Hi guys, very good morning to you. Welcome to the new video, and in this video we are going to actually work on the forms, and we're going to work on the filters, and I'm trying to actually help one of my subscribers, Vijay Bhatt, and this is what actually he has written me a couple of days back. Hi sir, can you please regarding filter Excel range based on user form list values. If I select more than two values in list box, I want to filter all values in Excel sheet in one column. So basically actually Vijay is trying to say that he wants to control the filters. He wants to control the data in the Excel using the filters, using any of the control. Though he has mentioned that he would like to use the list box, but I would say don't go for the list box, because list box is not really the good option. Instead of that, you can use the combo box which I have created here. So in this video guys, we are going to learn that how to control the filter from the combo box control, right? So let me show you what exactly I mean. If I write here, let's say now this is your database. I have just prepared a dummy database where you have company, year, production, and you can see here that we have couple of records here. So now instead of putting the filter here, I can directly put the filter here as well. For example, if I want to have a look on the ABC company, I just select that and you see that the company ABC data comes here, right? So we don't have any data over there, that's why you see it blank. But let me change the company to XYZ and you see that the filter is working. This is what we are going to learn today. So if I select the del from this combo box, this is what exactly I'm going to do. So basically what you're doing, you're just using the filter, and you're not actually applying the filter, but you are, whatever the option you select in that your combo box, then the filter works in that way, right? So if I want to clear the filter, let's say I want to see all the records, then I have created this clear option as well. Just click on that and you will have your data back. So this is what I'm going to teach you today in this tutorial section. And by the way, Vijay, though you have said that you want to do it on the user form list box, so first thing that I'm not going to create here list box, because list box will create a problem when you do some selections. List box doesn't fit actually on the screen. So rather than that, use the combo box. I'll tell you actually what I mean in the end of the video, so that everybody who is watching this video it makes sense to all of them. And the important thing is, you really don't actually require the user forms. I mean, you don't have to really write the VBA. Whatever I have done, this is simply an advanced Excel scale, right? So if you can avoid the VBA, then I would say that just try to avoid it, because VBA we write it when we don't have any option in the front end. Okay, so and still, if you want to use the user forms, you can use that. Let me know about it. I can further go ahead and upload the second video on that. But right now I think this really looks very cool and very easy to make. So let's go ahead and let's actually check that how we actually have made this, right? For those who are watching this video for the first time, now this is going to be the video number 193, and you can watch all those amazing videos on my the playlist. Just go to my playlist, and under the playlist category, you would actually see a lot of videos. Just click on this the playlist video, and here you would see all the categories. We have the videos on the VBA collection loops. We have how to connect MS Access with the Excel. There are some demo videos on the MS training, very long videos and very interesting videos, and there are some so I have actually put in all the categories here. You can scroll it down and you can connect. You can see that which exactly the category you are interested in. If you want the if function videos, then just click on that and you will have the 4 videos on the if function, right? So we have a D family, we have what if analysis. So this YouTube channel, my YouTube channel actually is dedicated to all those people who love Excel, who wants to learn Excel, who wants to learn basic Excel, advanced Excel, who wants to learn the Excel VBA, who wants to learn MS Access or MS Access VBA. So we have everything here, right? And day by day, of course, I'm adding the more videos, so that the more you learn, the more you actually watch the videos, the more you actually learn. And so all the videos are related to the MIS, basically MIS part, like how you do actually whatever work you do in your office project. So from there, what exactly the complications or the problems you face, so we try to actually resolve those problems through this channel, and so that you can go back and implement those things, right? And I always try to give you better solutions, and your feedbacks are always welcome. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to share this channel to somebody, then this is basically my channel name, youtube.com and then / and then C and then / Ajay Kumar Parmar. This is my channel name basically. So you can, give this name as well to somebody if you want to actually spread some information regarding this channel. Let me just change the font, right? All right, so now how we have prepared this data, let's just quickly start this. I'm going to copy this data to the dummy sheet, and this is where I'm going to put the data, right? So as I said, this is the dummy data, but the concept remains same. If you have your own data, maybe the data is huge or less or whatever, it doesn't matter. Actually, you need to see the technique, right? So what we need to do is, in this case, I have used the ActiveX controls. If you have heard about it, very good. If you haven't heard about it, then I'll tell you that they are actually the beautiful tools. They are more of a like form tools, right? So sometimes we take their help. We really don't program the things. Just go to the developer tab. If you don't have this developer tab on, then you need to go to the files option. I'm using Excel 2010. So in the 2007, I think it's somewhere here on the top. Somewhere I really don't remember the option. We just need to check all the options, top 3 or 4, and you would see here somewhere show developer tab, and you need to check mark that. But this is Office 2010, and you need to go here in the customize ribbon and just ensure that this developer tab should be on, right? So just keep it on and you will have your developer tab on. And if you're using some higher version, then please Google it and see that where is exactly is the option, and I'm sure the option must be in the files and the options, right? So basically with every version, I mean, couple of things there Microsoft changes, but the overall the concept remains same. So you will not face any problem. But this tab is very important because from here we're going to insert this. Now you have you see here two things: form controls and ActiveX controls. So here you can choose even the form controls, not a problem, but I actually am going to use the ActiveX controls. So I'm going to use this combo box. This is the combo box. I'm going to click here. The moment you click here, just drag it here, and this is what you would see. This is the combo box we have prepared, right? Okay, let me just change the height of this. So this is fine. Now what we need to do is we will provide all the companies to this combo box, right? And the company list you can write anywhere or wherever you want, maybe on the another sheet or maybe in this sheet. That's all up to you. So I'm going to copy, let's say, a couple of things, the companies here. Let me just copy it here. Okay, and there's one more company, XYZ, and then we are also say that remove, let's say, or clear filter. Okay, clear filter, that's what I want to do. Right now, first of all, the first thing which we want to do, we want to show right now this is empty, as you can see here, right? There's no actually I can't even click on that. The moment I'm trying to click on that, it's basically gets selected. So why? Because you see the design mode is on. You need to uncheck this. You need to click back here. Now the design mode is gone. You can see here, right? Now you can click on this. So if you click on this, it looks empty, right? It is actually empty. So why it is empty? Because we haven't actually done anything on this. So what you need to do is, first of all, you need to select this. So how you going to select this? You again click on the design mode. Now design mode is highlighted. You can see here the color is changed, and I now click here, and there we go. So whenever you want to design, whenever you want to actually edit it, just click on the design mode and then go there. This will be automatically selected. When you want to click back, when you have designed everything, just click back on this, right? So now when you clicked on this, I'll go to the property window, which is this window. This window would come, go to the alphabetic one. Don't use this category. Just click on this alphabetic, and in this alphabetic, you would see here linked cell. So which cell we want to link? So I'm going to link this cell with the B1. Okay, I'm just writing here B1. So how are you going to write it? Write the sheet name. You know my sheet name, sheet 15, and sign of exclamation. This is how you write it. So I'm going to write here B1. So the cell is going to be linked with the B1. List fill range. So list fill range refers to that which list actually you want. So again, I'm going to write sheet 1, sign of exclamation, and then here we will write A1 to A6. That's it. Right, this is how you write actually. So just click back anywhere else, and there we go. Right, so now just close this, and now to see that whether we have got all the values here or not, just click back on the design mode, just off it. I'm going to click back, and you see that now design mode is not highlighted, right? So it just looks like the other sub menus, right? All these the sub menus under this ribbon, main ribbon. So now if I click here, you see that I have started getting my these basically the names. All right, so what we are getting here, this is something crazy. Why are we getting all this? Let me just go back. This is really very weird. I never actually selected. I wanted these companies to be listed. No problem. Let's just click on the design mode and let's see what mistake we have done. I'll just go back to the properties, and oh my god, my goodness, I'm so sorry. Basically I forgot to write the sheet 15, right? I linked it with the sheet 1, so I think in the sheet 1 we have those names. So now I think it should work, right? So let's just remove the design mode and let's just click back. Yeah, there we go, right? So I linked it with the sheet 1. I think in the sheet 1 I have written these names. Let me go back there. Oh yeah, so this is something, anyways, this video was actually on the PowerPoint. If you remember, we connected the Excel with the PowerPoint. Oh wait, no problem, let's just come back. Okay, now you got this, all the companies here, clear, filter and everything. Now you want to link this with this table. Now here I'm going to use the advanced Excel, advanced filter actually, okay, not a normal filter. Now if you know advanced filter, very good. If you don't know it, then please go to my this playlist and search for the video by the name of the advanced filter, and you will come to know that what exactly is the advanced filter. But still in this video I'm going to give you some example on the advanced filter so that you can understand. It's a very important, very actually good feature. Maybe I think if you click on this advanced format cells video, you would see here somewhere advanced filter. Not sure really. Yeah, that's the one. Find the unique values, only advanced filter. So watch this 157 video. I have talked a lot of things about the advanced filter, and look, why don't you watch this video, how to use the conditional advanced filter. Wonderful video. This will give you a lot of knowledge about the advanced filter. It's indeed a great feature, I must tell you. Now advanced filter basically you use to filter the values based on the criterias, right? For example, the moment I select this M, first of all, you need to see two things. One is that this data we are using in this combo box, and the second is whatever you select, it comes here. And why it comes here? Before, if I just click back on the design mode again, and I click here and I go take you to the properties, you see here that we have basically said that the B1 cell of sheet 5 is supposed to be linked, which is this cell. So that means that basically whatever you will select in the combo box, that would come there. And your user is not going to see that because we're going to hide that, right? But right now, to understand this, we need to see. So whatever you select here, that will come here. So advanced filter, how it works basically. Now you want to put the filter on the companies, let's say, right? So in the companies, whenever you select Dell, wherever you have the Dell, wherever you have the Dell, that should come. That should come automatically. So what you need to do is you need to put the filter here, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to write here. First of all, you need to write the header. The same header, there has to be no spelling mistakes. Now here in this case, it depends what you want to do, whether you want to search based on this word as in it contains Dell, or you want to say that it should be equals to Dell. If you want to say that it should be equals to Dell, then what you need to do is you just need to simply link this cell with this cell, and you got here Dell, right? And this is going to work as a criteria simply. So when I'm going to say that select M3M, you see that because I have here M3M, you would also see here M3M, right? So what exactly the advanced filter is all about? You put your cursor here. Let me show you first of all how actually we work. You go to the data and you click on the advanced filter. Now when you click on the advanced filter, basically you have two options: filter the place, filter the list in the place, copy to another location. Now copy to another location we use when we actually want to put this data somewhere else, right? We want to filter this and we want to copy this somewhere else, which we do not want. We want to filter this right away here. So you will not touch this part. And if you want to see that how this part actually works, I already shown you two videos. Just go back to that playlist, advanced format cells, and you can watch those videos. These video number 157 and 158, you would understand, right? In this video we're just going to use the filter list in place because we want to filter the data right over here in the column H, I and G. Now what is the next thing you want to do? The next thing is the criteria range. So in the advanced filter you can provide the criteria based on the criteria what you want to filter. To filter that, you will select this entire range, which is from company to M3M, M1 to M2. Now this company header is must. If you're not going to write it, your advanced filter will not work. And at the same time, company, the spellings has to be correct, because your header is company. If you write here companies, or maybe if you write, let's say, COMP, that's it, it will not work. This you need to always remember, right? And the condition goes just your below to this company, whatever the condition you have applied. So the moment I'm going to click OK, you see that this is filtered, right? To remove this advanced filter now, because you can see here that all the rows are hidden, so I'm going to actually press Alt D F S. Okay, let me just write it down here. Alt DFS. This is basically to remove the filter, the shortcut key, Alt DFS, right? So now the thing is, if I select here, let's say this Samsung, and now you see that the Samsung is coming here, and if I go back again and I click on the data and the advanced filter, everything is already in place. I have my table selected, which is this entire table, list range H1 to J25, and in the criteria range I have already selected M1 to M2. So basically you just need to press OK and your filter will work, right? Again, I have to remove that filter, so I'm going to press Alt DFS. And now I'm again going to, let's say, select XYZ. The moment you select XYZ, you just click on this header H1 and again go to the advanced, and everything is already selected. Just quickly press OK and your company will be filtered by this XYZ. Now this is how the advanced actually filter works. Let me just remove that again, Alt DFS. But this is a manual thing you're doing, right? You every time you click on this advanced and you just press that OK, which we do not want. We want that the moment I select this, automatically the thing should happen, right? So in this case, we'll record a simple a VBA program, maybe 2 or 3 lines we will write. So in the beginning, as I said, that this is really not going to be a VBA program, but yes, we are going to use a small macro which you can even record it, right? You can go ahead and you can record this macro. You really don't need to learn this, but I'm not going to record it because I know how to write this. But it just that the moment you record the advanced filter, let me just show you quickly. Let's say this is my data, right? Now this is my data, and right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to record this macro for you, right, so that you can understand. So the macro name is macro2, or let me just name it dummy Ajay. Okay, let's just press OK. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run this data advanced filter, and there you have already selected H1 to this, and the criteria is also perfect. So I'll just press OK. Okay, and then I'm going to remove this filter Alt DFS. So I have my data back, and let's just stop the macro, stop the recording. Okay, now let's go back to the Visual Basic window and let's see what exactly it has recorded. So there we go. So this is the dummy Ajay. Let me just remove this. This is your macro. You can see here how it looks like. It's very easy to understand. Let me show you. So it says that the range H1 to J25, put the advanced filter on that. H1 to J25, that's basically this is the database, the complete database. So here we have applied the advanced filter. What is my action? What I have done, I have put the Excel filter in place. If you remember, this is what we have used. Let me take you back to the data and the advanced. You see that this is what we have used, filter in place. We didn't use this copy to another location, right? And so that's why you see here filter in place. Criteria range, that this is your criteria range, basically M1 to M2. Do you want the unique values? No, we don't want the unique values. And afterwards I used Alt DFS to come back to the original data, and so that's why it is saying that active sheet show all data. So this is what you need to basically write. You just need to copy and paste this under this control whenever you do any changes in this combo box, right? So what we need to do is again go to this developer tab. I'm gonna design mode, click on the design mode, click here. Now go to its view code, or maybe you can right click and you can say that view code. The moment you do that view code, this would come. Private sub combo box 1 change. Combo box 1 is the name of this control basically. So whenever you change something in the combo box, then there has to be a macro which should automatically run. There has to be a macro which should auto triggered. So that macro we are going to run is, the name of that macro is, let me see what was the macro name. Let me just maximize it. There are a lot of macros actually which we have written, so we need to see what was the macro name. Yeah, that's for the dummy Ajay. Okay, so I just copy this and I go back to my sheet, which is this, and I say call this method. Okay, so this macro is going to be called automatically, and then it will go to this dummy Ajay, wherever you have written that basically the macro here you have written, and this macro is going to be executed automatically, right? Now let me put the break code here so that you would see here what is going to happen. So remove this design code from here. I'm going to click here. Now you see the moment I change this to triple M, the value is going to be changed. So your macro will fire this dummy Ajay because your combo value is changed. So automatically from your sheet 15 where you have written this code, this dummy called dummy Ajay, it is going to be fired, right? I can show you. Let me put the breakcode here then and reset the code again. Now see this. I'm going to change the value to, let's say, XYZ. You see that this is fired automatically. It will not wait for your instructions. The moment the combo box value will change, this macro will run. Now I'm going to press F8. It goes to here. Now here the advanced filter is going to be put in, and it is going to be put in which range? M1 to M, using the range called M1 to M2, which you know that company and the XYZ name is there. So the moment I press F8, you see that in the Excel, you know, the data is actually filtered, right? So we want the data back. So that's why now the data is also coming back. Enter. So we got the data back, right? But the point is, this is really not a cool idea, because if I show you without the break code, let me just remove the break code here. Now look at this. I'm going to select this M3M. You see the filter is working. I'm going to select triple M, but you won't be able to see it. Why? Because in the last line you said that active sheet dot show all all data. So this is what something you don't need that, because every time the filter happens and then immediately after the filter happens, it is going to show you the complete data. So what is the purpose of that? So we're not going to do that, right? We are going to use it somewhere else. Now look at this. Now this is the problem. Basically you're seeing that, you know, these are the basically there's just one actual combo box, but somehow I see this because you have to keep it on the top, because it comes in this range, and whenever this range actually, you know, filters, some rows get hidden, and because of that this combo box doesn't look nice. So what you can do, you can put it on the top. So just increase this, and let me just click back on the design mode. And so this actually happens, and that is why I was avoiding the list box, because you see in the list box what happens when you create the list box. Let me show you this list box. Let's say ActiveX control list box. Where is it? That's the one. Okay, so when you create the list box, basically the problem is that in the list box you have to display every item. Here in the combo box still we can manage, because you just click and the drop down comes, but in the list box, you know, all items are supposed to be put in, and you can have a look on that. So whenever you put the filter, your rows are going to be hidden, and if some rows are going to be hidden like this, you know, if you just, let's say, hide them, then this is going to affect your list box also. Its size keeps on getting, you know, it keep on changing. Sometimes you will not be able to see that list box. So that is why I'm not going to use this list box. So I just put this on the top, so that because my header will never change, it will always remain there, and from here I can control this, right? So now if I go back and see this, you look at this now, Samsung, you see it is not moving anywhere, right? Here I have 6 and 18 row, rest all the rows are hidden. So that is why previously, you know, we were having this challenge, because this combo box was somewhere in that row number 2 or 3, and because of those rows getting hidden, this was also not showing us, you know. So it looks like there is some error, but it's not actually the error. It's simply that when you filter, some rows get, you know, hidden, some rows get visible, and because of which this doesn't work. So I just keep it on the bottom. Now there's one more error we have here. Advanced filter method is failed. Why? Because you see the problem is now you have used the Samsung in the filter. The moment the next time you're going to change it to Dell, first of all you will have to come back to the original data, because in this way it is not going to work, right? It can't directly put the now filter on the Dell company. So what we need to do is, you need to write this line here, active sheet show all data. First of all, before you apply the filter, you need to ensure that every data is there, right? This is the important line. So now what will happen now, the next time now when you change the company, let's say to triple M, okay, you see that it's working. Now I'm going to change this to Samsung, it is working. I'm going to change this to Dell, it is working, right? I'm going to change this to clear filter, let's say. You see the clear filter is not working. I'll tell you the reason, okay? But right now let's check for all the companies. So it's working. It's now filtering the Dell, it's now filtering the triple M, it's now M3M, right? So basically now what is the important thing you need to do? I want that the moment I click on the clear filter, my original data should also come. So to do that, what you need to do is, first of all, because we need to program this clear filter also. There is no word clear filter in this range, right? The companies. Okay, now you got your data back. So now now what we need to do is, now one thing we need to also remember that the moment you click on the clear filter, you will have a problem, because clear filter doesn't work, because of the reason that whatever you will select here in this cell, let me just remove the filter from here. So basically, now you need to understand that this clear filter which I have selected here, there is no company basically for by the name of the clear filter, right? So you want to write here something else. Clear filter means that just let us get us all the values back. So here you will write one thing, that if this b1 is equals to clear filter, then I want everything. So when you want everything, this is how you write star. Otherwise you want that value back. So now this will work fine. Star means actually everything, anything can come in this. Okay, so when somebody is going to select, let's say M3M, then so you will have active sheet show all data. Now we have already actually displayed the show data, so you just write here, because this is not going to work, right? Because of the reason that you actually is already displaying all the data and there is no filter. So show all data will give you the error. So if it gives you the error, you just need to put here on error resume next, because we know that that if the data is already displayed, then this line will definitely give you the error. So on error resume next means that it is simply going to ignore the error and it is going to execute the next line. That's actually what it means, right? So now when you're going to select something, let's say triple M, you see the filter works very nice, right? So it has filtered everything. Now clear filter, we want to remove the clear filter, and there we go. So because of this star, now you're able to see that everything back. I hope this makes sense. So now we can just hide this, and you can also hide this. There is no need to write this, and remove the grid lines from here, and but ensure that you should have this combo box displayed on the top. Even I think you don't need this, just hide this. Now let's just work on that. So you can see here that your filters are working. This is how you can actually display the things, right? So we can also modify it. For example, I was talking about the star. So what if, let's say you want to find out the companies which contains this name. If that is the scenario, let me remove the filter first of all, clear filter. So in this case, now what we are doing, in case of the clear filter, I told you that let me just unhide this option. So basically when you click on the clear filter, this becomes star. So star means anything, any value can come. So that is why if you execute this line, when you're going to execute this line, range h1 to this line, in the criteria range m1 to m2, it is going to check as a star and it will display all the values. So this is what exactly we are writing here, right? So now let's say you want to say that it should contain the company name. It's not equals to mmm, but if anywhere it finds triple M, then it should give us all the companies. So in that case, you need to change the coding. For example, let me write here any company ABC MMMD, right? Now this ABC MMD is, if you're going to put the filter on the triple M, you will never see that company, because you have said that it has to be equals to triple M. So the moment you select this triple M in the criteria, basically, which you can't see right now because the second row is hidden, you see here triple M, right? So we can do this. We can say that then put the star in front of the B1 and after the B1. So this is how you can write. You can change the condition. Star means anything can come. It's basically a wild character. I have also uploaded two videos on the COUNTIF and COUNTIFs where I have talked about these star and question marks, the wild characters. You can go ahead and watch that as well. So I'm going to put the star here. I'm going to concatenate this with this, right? So now the next time what will happen, whenever you're going to write here, now let's say I'm going to write here directly, I'm going to write here triple M. See what will happen. You will have your this company also coming, okay, because it contains this triple M. So that is the way basically you can put these filters. So this criteria, basically what you are using, this criteria is going to put the stars in front of all these values, right? And if you don't understand it, let me just copy this and let me just paste it on the top, maybe here. See this now, the moment I'm going to choose here triple M, basically this is the criteria. I'm not able to show you this on the row number second because when the filter happens, it hides that row, but this is the criteria which is coming on the M2 cell, star triple M star, which means that before triple M and after triple M anything can come. So you just need to basically think on this, what exactly you want, whether you want contain or whether you want equals to, right? So we can summarize the entire part again. So what we have done, let me click on the clear filter. So that is why I used here, that whenever it is going to be a clear filter, because clear filter is not a part of any company. This we simply want to use when we want to remove the filter. So you said you have used the simple if function, that if in the B1 we have a clear filter, in the B1 the clear filter would come from this combo box, right? Because in the combo box, if I click on the design mode, I click here and go right click and I show you that the properties, this line which says linked cell sheet 15 B1, this is linked with this cell. So whatever you write in the combo box, whatever you select in the combo box, that will go here. So we are saying that if by chance user selects this clear filter, obviously he will select, he on not all the time he wants to filter the things, right? So when he selects the clear filter, instead of showing anything, you should show his star. Now star means all values basically. So what will happen in the criteria M1 to M2, where you have written this line, this M1 to M2, the star would go and it will actually display all the items, right? Now on error resume next, why we have written, because of the simple reason, now for example right now you have the every data, you have every data is showing up here, that, right? So this line is going to give you the error, because this line basically is used to remove the filter, the advanced filter, right? So if I put this, if I don't write this on error resume next, see what is going to happen. Let me put the break code here. Now I'm going to select this M3M. It goes here because this combo box value is changed, so this sub is going to be called. So the moment I execute this line, I will get the error, show all data method is failed. Why? Because you already have the filters removed, right? You have already clicked on that option called clear filter. So that is why when we know that this error can come again and again, just in case if you have already the filters off and you are again telling that to off the filters, so what you can do is you can simply use that on error resume next, that for just in case if you get any error, please don't really mind it, start executing. So in this case what will happen then, if I change this to, let's say again Samsung, right now you have the entire data, which means there is no filter. So I'm going to put the filter using the Samsung. Now the next line, when I will execute this line, you see that this line is not giving me the error, right? So this is a deliberate attempt. This is basically called the error handling, how to handle the errors. You can go ahead and you can watch some videos on the on error resume next as also. There are some video videos where I have talked about these error handlers. So now the next thing is going to happen. What is going to happen? You know that I have selected the Samsung, so you see here that this is the criteria now, right? Because the second row is not hidden. So in the criteria M1 to M2, this company and the Samsung will go and the advanced filter is going to work and you have your filter on. That's it. The next time, because now the filter is already on, so if you run this line M3M, now what will happen, again this line will give you the complete data. You can see here you have all the data back. So let me just quickly press F. 8, and there we go. You have the complete data back for the M3M. Now if you want to remove the filter, there we go. Let me press quickly F5. Let's just remove this breakcode as well. Yeah. So basically what we did, we we selected this control, we went to its view code, and we said that whenever the combo box value changes, whenever the user is going to change anything in the combo box, this is going to be called dummy array. And in the dummy array, you have written a macro, which is this macro. Just 2-3 lines, which you can even record. I told you, we have in fact recorded and we're using it, right? So here you have put the criteria. So what is important for you is to actually put the criteria here based on your requirement. So here now we have said that it has to be always contain, right? So I'm not going to use this contain, I'll just keep it simple, which is that this has to be equals to this. So if I come back here and if I select again the Samsung, then it should be equivalent to Samsung, and it should not be containing the Samsung word. That's the important point. So if you select M, it is not going to give you that company which were initially we were seeing, right? So I'm talking about this company ABC MMT, because now we said that it has to be equals to B1, which is in the B1 whatever the thing would come here, right? So in this way now I can hide everything, and you can hide everything from here as well, even you can lock them. So now your filter is ready. Okay, so basically we have used only just a one code, which is this. This is the code which we have used. Or you can also, if you don't want to call this, you can simply cut this. You don't want to use it, you can also use it directly in the sheet 15. Here you can just put it here. Now you don't have to call anything. That's it. This is also this will also do, right? You don't have to call anything, just directly write this code in the combo box change. So whenever the combo box change, it should happen. I can show you. Look at this, it still works. So you don't have to go to the module and you don't have to write it. It will work from here also. So that's the only line which you need to take care of, right? If you have the filter, then please remove the filter by using this line, active sheet dot show all data. If you don't have a filter, then obviously this line will give you the error because there is no filter. This line we use to remove the filter. When there is no filter, then how it can remove the filter? So that's why you're using the error handler. That no problem. If you face any error, just avoid the error and go to the next line. That's why we use the on error resume next. As it is, you need to use this line, right? And then afterwards, in the last, what we are doing basically, we have recorded it, but you can also write it on your own. For example, I'm going to write it in front of you. So we know that H1 is our range, H1 to J25. So this is basically a method which you can use with the this range advanced filter. Now what do you want? You want X filter in place. So this is the action. So I'm not going to write here action colon equals to this line. This is really not necessary, but people write it so that they can remember that this is for this. Basically the method is for this category, right? But you don't have to write it. In the criteria range, I will simply write range and M1 to M2. There we go, right? Rest you don't need, because this is the optional one, unique. You don't need the unique values, so just keep it like this. Now I can even delete this line. You want to delete this line, you can delete this line. It's not required, right? So but I recorded the macro for you so that you should also know that it can also be recorded. So the same line I have written, but this is very simple. Just look at this. We are not using here any category that what this Excel filter in place stands for, this range M1 to M2 stands for, right? These commas basically VBA will understand that because you are going in a sequence. So this is for which parameter and this is for which parameter. That's it. And now let's just run this back and let's have a look on this. There we go. So in this way you can control the filter, right? So I have talked a lot on this, and I wanted to actually give you a better explanation on this. That's why the video got a little long, but I guess the point is you should understand what exactly we are doing, right? So I'll like to discuss all the negative and the positive points, and in case if we get stuck somewhere, then it is not that we should be able to edit the video, but we should directly record those things and get in front of you. So again, as with this aim that after learning this trick today, you can maybe go ahead and you change all the entire data. You can now use the new filter methods. So this is a very good one, and in this case you can also do one more thing. For example, what if you want to select the two basically the combo boxes. For example, in this video I am using this M3M. So what if you want the two companies which you want here, right? So that is also something that can be taken care of. So in that case you can write one more combo box. For example, what you can do is let me just go ahead quickly and let's just create one more combo box. So I'm going to click here on this combo box, and let's say I'm going to insert it here, and so the process remains the same. I'm going to select this in the format, I beg your pardon, you go in the properties windows, and here again you will write the same thing, linked cell. So this time I want to link it with the let's say which cell you want to link. First of all, let's just remove everything. Let's just unhide them. There we go. Okay, so here this is for the the first combo box. We're going to use this for the second combo box, the C. Okay, so I'll go ahead, I'll select this, and I go to the developer tab, and I go through the properties, and in the linked cell I'll write the sheet name, which is sheet 15, sign of exclamation, and I'm going to select this C1. Okay, and the range, again the range would remain same, which is A1 to A6. Okay, there we go. Let's just close this, and let's see we have the combo box back. Just check this, make it off, and now your combo box will work. So you have the companies here, and you can see that now the D is also coming here. Okay, so that means both the things are working, and you have here clear filters also. So let's do one thing now. Let me just increase the width of this, and let's just put it here. This is your first one, and this is going to be the second one, like this. Okay, so you can improve work on the height part and the width part to make them to give them the same shape, basically look. So this is what we have done now. Now what we want to do is in this the range I'm talking about here, this is the range basically. So now what we're going to do is first of all, now how we write actually, because you want this or this, right? So how are you going to write this? This is how we're going to write this. I'm going to put this here, another criteria, and I'm going to say that if the same, basically the formula, you just copy it and you put it here. Copy equals to Control V. Okay, change this to B1 to C1 obviously, and this also C1, because we are going to link this with this combo box, the combo box 2, right? Okay, and let me just align them properly. Okay, right. So now in this case, if I'm going to select something, then obviously in both the tables, I mean to say, then this filter should work, right? So it should cover now this range. So here in the program, I'm going to change this to M1 to M3. Okay, M1 to M3. Now this is your basically the range which you're going to provide. So basically what will happen when you select any company here, let's say you're going to select Samsung. So you're going to select his Samsung, right? So what will happen when you select the Samsung, then the Samsung would come here, right? And when you're going to select here, let's say XYZ, then XYZ would come here. Obviously we know that. So in the range, if this goes, then that means that basically you're saying that either this or this. This is how it happens, right? So now very important thing, now when do you want to run this advanced filter? I want to run this filter when this value also gets changed, right? This value gets changed. So you don't put the basically the filter here, I mean the macro here. So what we can do, we can click on this design mode and we can go to this view code, because the second filter you have to tell your user that the second filter has to be completed, only then the macro will work. So you cut this from the combo box 1 and you write in the combo box 2, so that nothing should happen when you're going to run the combo box 1. So for example, have a look on this. If I select anything here, you see nothing is happening because I have removed the macro from there, and the del comes here, no doubt. But the moment you run this now, then automatically that the macro will run, because this is going to be changed. So you have to tell your user first use this filter and then use this filter. So I'm going to select here M3M. Look at this now. Wow, amazing. So you can put the criteria for both the things as well, right? So here you can put a kind of information. Let me just hide this everything, and so in this design mode and make it, I mean you can work on the formatting part as well. I have not really worked on this part so well, I know. So you can write here, this is the filter 1 and this is the filter 2, and you can give the communication here. Maybe you can write on the top, or maybe you can put anywhere, insert shape, and you can see that you will have to use these the filters. The filter 1 should be used first, right? So I mean you put the communication wherever you want, and this is how the things will work then for you. Okay, so maybe you can write here, use filter 1 first and click on second, then now some sort of this information you can always put. So now whenever you going to select anything, let's say I'm going to select Samsung, you see it is not going to work unless I come back here and I also select this. There we go, right? So I want to remove the clay filter, I remove the clay filter, but I will also have to change this clay filter here, only then the data would come here, because in that case this will also be showing the star and this will also be showing the star. So basically now you're totally dependent upon the second filter. So that's how you can, so OR condition, whenever you work on the OR condition, you just write the criteria in this way, in the vertical direction. And that is why I said that go back and watch all those 2 videos on the advanced filter, and you will come to know that how powerful advanced filter is, right? So we have recorded this macro. What basically to conclude, to summarize this entire thing is, I think the advanced filter is something which is very important, because you can also use the advanced filter directly. You don't have to really put all these combo boxes here, but then you will have to do, every time you will have to do it manually, right? And that is why first we used the advanced filter, we recorded it, and then we used it using these combo boxes. So the major thing which is driving this entire exercise is the advanced filter. So I hope you understood this, and now you will really not going to basically underestimate the power of this advanced filter. It's really very, very useful, right? So I'll wrap it up here, and I hope my subscriber has got the answer. And just in case if you have any problems in implementing it, just let me know, and definitely I'll go ahead and I'll try to give you the solution. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll come back again with some more exciting stuff, with some really real MIS stuff. Till then, have a great learning. Bye bye.